Kevin from Whole Fleet Diagnostics. We are going to take a look at another highly anticipated brand addition for the Jaltest software. This is along with the Nissan K21, K25 engine platforms. The Raymond coverage has been added to the 26.1 version of Jaltest, which was released in March of 2026. This is another brand that has been highly requested by our existing customers and highly requested by prospective customers of ours as well. Lots of people just really anticipating the ability to interface with these Raymond lifts. So we're just going to go ahead and look at what kind of coverage we have currently. There is a bunch more coming in the future updates, so we'll see what makes and what models we have on the Raymond side built in already, and then you can kind of anticipate that it'll be a cascade effect from here, and we'll have a bunch more models added with the future releases before the end of 2026. So if we look at the Raymond brand and I go into the categorization at the top here, we'll look at the you see that we have electric pallet jacks, electric stacker, order picker, tool carrier, tractor, a number of different models here. We should have access to the body module in these guys here. So if I take a look at VM body computer, I go up here and hit the connector button. It shows that we've got a 562A. This is a Toyota BT Toyota connector that's used to interface with these things. Once we have that all hooked up, or if you don't have the connector, we can even go through and use those multi-pins that come with your kit here. So you're not out of luck if you don't have the actual adapter at the time, but we do stock these here at Whole Fleet Diagnostics, the 562A connector. Once I get everything hooked up and I verified I got power, I'm going to go ahead and hit connect. And this should get me into that body module. So once I'm in that body module, you'll see I have fault code reading, fault code clearing. It looks like we have a little bit of troubleshooting info. We've even got wiring diagrams by the looks of it, which is kind of cool. So acoustic warning of driving direction. I can see information about the component. So that's where it's located. That's about all we have in terms of component info. And if I click on the wiring diagram button here, it should show me how that guy is wired in. So just pop open in a second here. This stuff, the wiring diagrams, component information, that's all available without internet access, which is kind of cool. But yeah, you can see here we've got, there's that acoustic warning. I've got a central computer. If I double click on that, it'll actually show me, where it's located, and then what else is wired into that. So kind of cool. We got a little bit of wiring diagrams, about 3 pages of wiring diagrams, and we can flip around to different components through our component list here. Back to diagnostic menu. Let's head back here for a sec. And we'll look at kind of the good stuff, the bidirectional. There's the parameters. I can adjust user profile. And then we got machine configuration adjustments as well, it looks like. So maybe change battery voltage or battery type, machine configuration, machine displacement. So we can go through and make a few adjustments that way, which is kind of cool. And then we can just display all the parameters as they're set up. Now this is a simulator, so they're not going to be they're going to be flipping around all over the place here. But yeah, kind of cool. We've gone from no Raymond coverage to pretty decent coverage once we're in here. Again, more makes and models coming as with every release, but we should see more models coming as engineering develops the Raymond product a little bit more. So that's the Raymond coverage. 26.1 is required to access that coverage. If you haven't updated yet, go ahead and update, and you should see those brands added. The Raymond and the Nissan are the big ones, based on our customer base here. So take a look at that, and if you have any questions, remember to contact Whole Fleet Diagnostics. That's wholefleet.ca. And if you have any questions or interest in the product, give us a shout, and we're happy to do a product demo, hook you up with a trial, something like that. Anyways, that is it for our Raymond coverage for 26.1.